doing? I hope you're having a great Friday. I know it's getting so close to Halloween, so I'm wearing orange and I do have some dark green capris on with my gold belt. I kind of feel like I'm in the Halloween spirit, even though it's not that far away, even though it's kind of still far away. But yeah, I've been looking into some Halloween stuff to do here in Los Angeles, and I'm so excited because there's so many different things that I haven't done, and I've been here, I think this is like my fourth technically Halloween that I've been here, and I haven't really done much apart from Universal Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm kind of excited to try different things and also film it for you guys so you guys can see it and you guys can laugh at me trying to not get scared. Okay, so the premise of this video, as I said on my Instagram, is where have I been? Why have I not been posting? And there is a big reason for this, and it has taken me a good few days to really not even like pluck up the courage, but just kind of be okay about talking about things, because it was kind of hard because, as I'll explain in this video, for me, I've built my Instagram all on my own, and it has been a lot of work, a lot of crying, a lot of not sleeping, a lot of making sure I've got pictures and content to post. So yeah, so I'm excited but not excited to tell you guys about what's been going on. But really I want to start with just chatting about Instagram in general. So I have been doing Instagram well, I've had Instagram for a lot longer, but I didn't really use it, and then I started using it more, I would say last April, when I started posting a lot more of my vintage looks and things like that, and I started really kind of working out how Instagram works and how to grow my Instagram and to, I don't know, just kind of how to work it out and how to make a successful page. For me, I didn't realize that it was going to grow like this. I had no idea, and I still can't believe it, and I'm so thankful for all of you who have been there from the beginning, and also all of you that have just come to my page. You guys are the best, and you guys mean the world to me, so thank you ever so much for all of your support. You guys are always so kind to me, and I can't thank you all enough. So for me, when I was doing this journey, it's a lot of trial and error, and working out what to do and looking up different YouTube videos, but no one really knows the answer. And I feel that ever since maybe the beginning of this year, I don't know what happened there, beginning of this year, I have kind of been like up and down with my Instagram page, because it seems that some things just don't work, and it's like the algorithm just changes so many times, and it's sometimes I get so frustrated because I feel it's my content, it's the time that I'm posting, it's the hashtags that I'm using that is not helping my page. And yes, there is a lot of factors that will come into account with that, but it shouldn't just flick overnight kind of thing. Okay, so where do I begin? I know I've been like rambling on. So the reason I haven't been posting is because my account got kind of banned for a week, which means I can't like any pictures, I can't comment on anybody, and I have to only use the stories very rarely and DM people only very rarely. And I can still post, but they really recommend to not really, should just go cold turkey. But I had to really look into this to really understand what was going on. So when this message came up, I cried a lot because it said that a third party was, I was using a third party on my account, which to me upsets me because as I said, I've been growing this account like for over a year now, probably like it's coming up for nearly 2 years, on my own, and it has been so hard to work out everything about Instagram and to work out how to grow my page. And it's so, it really infuriates me that my page, which I've been doing organically, has been put on hold because basically from what I've gathered is you're only meant to, in the new algorithm that they have just implemented, that a business kind of account, I'm not sure if it's the same for personal, but you can only do 120 actions in a day, which is insane, because that's not anywhere near enough, especially if you have a business account, especially have a bigger account as well, because for me, I love responding to all of your comments. I love liking. Okay, so I just got a call, so I had to kind of restart my video, but I'm going to start from where I left off. So yeah, so when you have a business account and things like that, and you have a higher number, I don't know if they're telling you basically, I don't know if it's just the same, but anyway, there's not enough. 120 actions is not enough for me personally to like everybody's pictures that I want to like, to comment on people's pictures that I like, to DM people back, to comment everybody back, and to do my stories. It just seems like that's kind of crazy. Like, how can someone just keep under that number? And for me personally, I love commenting you guys back. I love, and it makes me feel absolutely amazing that you guys take the time to write me and to answer the questions that I ask on my Instagram. And I always feel like it's rude to not get back. So for me, I love commenting, making sure I get back to all my comments. Even if I'm up to 3 or 4 in the morning, I still feel like, well, you guys have given me that time, so I have to give you guys that time back. And now I now have to rethink my full strategy and now go, well, and just me being polite and be nice and my morals, I now have to change that, because if I don't, then Instagram is going to delete my account. Which is kind of crazy, because I've worked so hard on this account, which means that I'm going to have to probably take longer to get back to you guys, because I need to only do a certain amount of comments in a day so that I can like you guys' pictures, so I can comment on your pictures, so I can answer the DMs. It just seems that that's just a bit unfair, and for them to then not pull me aside, but to send me a message and say that I'm using a third-party account, I still can't believe it. Like, I have 2-factor authentication on. I do have 2 phones, which shouldn't be a problem because I don't use them both at the same time. I use my phone, and then I have my UK phone. And if I'm not logged into that one, I log into my husband Maverick's phone, and I use his phone if my phone's dead, because I like to make sure that I'm getting back to you guys and I'm getting back to all the things that come through. So for me, it just is so frustrating that I'm getting kind of attacked by Instagram in this kind of way. It just seems crazy, and it really brought me down, because it's kind of like it's something that I've been doing every day, that I've been used to, and then I did get ill for a few months with just some acid reflux problems that I had from I think as far as I'm aware, the doctor said that he thinks it came from food poisoning. And I just had a really bad case of eating calamari, which obviously must have been left out, grew bacteria, and it got into my stomach, and it caused me to get really ill for a long time. So for me, my kind of emotions were already kind of down, and trying to build Instagram back up and having the energy to go out and take more pictures was kind of like really tough during that time, and it did take me a lot longer. I had to do, sometimes I'd do 2 pictures a day, but I could only get maybe 1 done a day, and that was like maybe once a week. So I was really struggling with that. And then finally I got better, and I was ready to get back into posting and creating new content, and then this happened. And I knew that I was needing to at least take at least 1 day off a week, where I don't use my phone at all, and I just kind of be more present in the world by going out and going for a walk or doing something, and just watching movies and sleeping on the couch or something. I knew I had to do that, so I was beginning to implement that, and then this happened, and it really made me feel really down. It made me feel that Instagram just doesn't believe that my page is legit, and that it is just me working on it, even though I have 2-factor authentication on, which I've had on forever. It just doesn't seem right, and I know that they are changing a lot of the algorithm all the time, and sometimes it's kind of like, why are they changing it so often? And I know that they own Facebook, and I know that with Facebook, because my husband Maverick, he had a music page, which he had I think it was like 30-something thousand people on it, and it used to do really well. And then he said once they started to bring in, oh, you have to promote your post, you have to pay now, he said his reach just dropped. And then if he paid, he noticed that his reach would go back up. So it's kind of, I feel that Instagram is trying to do the same thing, where they're trying to make you pay for your posts so that they get more visibility, so it looks like you are legit. And I think that's wrong, because like, you've spent so many hours building this account and posting good content, or trying to just be regular and get back to people, and then they're trying to be like, oh well, a lot of the people that follow you aren't going to see your posts, so you're going to have to pay now. And it's kind of like, well, that's kind of unfair, but I feel that that is the way that Instagram is going to be going. It's same to Facebook. I see the meme videos coming in. I know that they're pushing videos a lot more now, so it just seems that there's definitely something going on, and I feel that it is to do with money, because I did realize that my reach that I was getting halved. All of a sudden, it just halved. And then I know a lot of people were commenting me and sending me DMs saying like, I haven't seen any of your posts in weeks. I had to actually go and search your name to find your post every day. And I was like, that's so bizarre, because you guys were always commenting on my posts and seeing my posts, and they were like, yeah, it's crazy that this is happening. And I think it's crazy too, because that shouldn't be happening. You should be allowed to see the people that you follow's posts, and you should be allowed to see everybody's posts. It shouldn't just be what they choose, what they pick and choose that does well. So for me, I know it's been like a long kind of story here, and I ran, but for me, I had to make this video to let you guys know, especially if you're trying to grow your account, if you're trying to understand the new algorithm, and to just be careful with your account. Please just don't use a third party. Do not let them on your account at all, because if I'm getting this message and I don't use a third party, then I don't know what's going to happen if you do. I would say, if you want to keep your account and you want to grow it, then just do it organically and just try and make the best content that you can. Your hashtags. Now, this is another thing that I wanted to talk about, was the hashtags also are coming up as spam if you use the same hashtags again and again and again. Now, I didn't know this, because I used to mix them up a lot, and then it got to the point where I just was like, oh, it might take too long for me to write them all up every day. And I know like I did have some different ones on my notes and things like that, but sometimes I would just use the same ones, and some days it would work, other days it wouldn't. And then I did discover that apparently if you use the same hashtags all the time, then they can flag that as spam too, which I didn't know until when I looked more into it, and apparently that is the case. So you can get shadow banned apparently, and using the same hashtags can cause that. But the thing is, on my last post that you guys have seen on my account, I used the same hashtags, and the hashtags, I think it only reached 18 people, but my post did like a lot better than some of my recent posts. And for me, I just don't get it. I'm like, how is that possible? But I guess that just comes to play, is that it is about the content being a little bit better, and I need to learn that maybe I should not rush certain things, and I should at least plan everything out a lot more and things like that, and that hashtags aren't really the be all and end all if they work or if they don't, but also just to mix them up, so that even if they didn't work, at least I know that I'm not getting flagged as spam, because I've changed my hashtags, I've wrote them in a different way, I've used different ones, because there are so many out there that you can use. And please don't use them all, just big ones, because they can also put that as a shadow ban too, or they can use it as spam because they're saying, oh well, you're using ones that have, say, like a couple of million reach. You should use like some of them, but also some of ones that are just like more to your niche than what you're making with your content. So that's another point that I wanted to let you guys know. Yeah, and for me personally, just to round everything up, I don't know, it just sucks, because if you are trying to be a brand on Instagram and you are being an influencer, then you should be allowed to reach your fans. You should be allowed to have actions that you can do whatever you want. You should be allowed to like your friends' pictures. You should be allowed to comment everybody back that comments on your posts. You should be allowed to get back to all your DMs. You should be able to post as many stories as you like. You should be allowed, or go live like 3 times a day or whatever many times that you want. Like, you should be allowed to do those actions because it's your account and Instagram is meant to be free, and now I don't think it's turning that way. And also they're trying to kind of detriment your account. So for me, I make this video as well, as I've said, like I'm trying to like explain it so many times, but just for me to let you guys know, because I know that you guys have asked me like how to grow your page and things like that, and for me it's just kind of all a bit trial and error, and now this is like a huge milestone and I had to let you guys know, because I don't want any of you guys going through what I went through, because it sucks and I don't want you guys losing your accounts. I want to be able to help you guys before any of those decisions come out or any of those things happen. And for me, like, I wanted you guys to know that that's the reason why I have not been posting. And it sucks because I want to like I want to comment you guys back. I want to get back to everybody. There's some people that have followed me that I want to follow back, but I can't do it, and it sucks. And it makes me, I'm like all self-conscious because I don't want them to think that I just chose not to follow them. It's no, I want to follow you, I just can't. And I can't send you a DM because I can only do a certain amount of actions in a day. So yeah, it sucks. But that is the reason why I have not been posting. I will be back posting on Monday. So I'm happy that I can do that, and I'm happy that I've also had the time to just take to myself and to do things that Maverick and I have been needing to do and that we've been wanting to do. We've been in Disneyland, I think, twice this week. I managed to just catch up with some things, watch some horror movies, catch up with my family. I have a lot of things coming up next week that I have to get sorted. So it has been kind of like, okay, I have to take this time now. Instead of me being sad and moping about it, I have to take this time to create new content, to learn more about Instagram, to keep up with you guys, and also to make this video and to deal with things that I have been pushing aside for so long that I have to deal with, like doing my washing. I have to do that. Not that I do it, usually do it once a week, but before I was doing it maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I don't know, I like washing. So for me, I was like, okay, I need to get back on top of that, and just kind of hang out and be present more, because I was being sucked into the Instagram world, and it's fine, but it's also not healthy for just my mental state, because you can also be like, oh, like, what's going on, why isn't this post doing well? And then I sit and I'm like, oh, I don't understand what's going on. And it's kind of like, I'm at the point now, it's kind of like, if I like that post, if it doesn't reach, then I still like it, and if you guys still like it, then that's what matters, because I make this content for you and for me. So if Instagram doesn't want to promote it, then that's okay. So for me, this is the reason why I made this video, and I just want you guys to know that if you ever have any questions, then please let me know, please reach out. I'm always here. If I have the answer, then I will let you know. If I don't, then I'll try and help you find the answer. But I just want you guys to know that I am always here. Whenever you guys need me just to chat to me about anything that's going on or about Instagram, then just let me know. I'm more than happy to help. So yeah, so this is why I made this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I also want to say that this is a video that I would love for you guys to share if you can, because it's something that is close to me, and I feel that people need to know about what's going on Instagram so that it doesn't happen to them, and so they don't feel like they're alone, because I did feel I was alone. And some of you reached out and told me that some things had happened to you, and it made me feel so much better, because it made me realize that that isn't just me, and it's happening to more people. So this is an awareness video that I'd like for you guys to share. That would be absolutely amazing. So, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will be posting back to normal on Monday on my Instagram. So if you haven't checked it already, then I'll leave my handle here. And yeah, so I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you back to normal on Monday. I will have another video for you guys. And I'm excited to bring back more of my stuff that I've been wanting to film, but I knew I had to make this video for you guys because it's close to home, it's close to my heart, and I want you guys to know that I'm not ignoring you, I'm not just disappearing, I'm still here. I just can't do anything right now on Instagram, which does suck, but what can I do? So I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will speak to you all very soon.